This is a fun story. It's from Live Science. Neuroscientists taught rats to drive tiny cars, and the rats took them out on joy rides. Cecil, the cars themselves are adorable.
Oh, so cute. It's adorable. I love, too, that rats are like, no, the real treasure is the friends we made along the way. I love that shit. It's fucking amazing. I will say, I don't know that reading the story itself is 100% uplifting. I will say that. If you're a little squeamish, maybe not read the entire story, because there's some parts of the story that are a little gross.
Yikes. Yeah.
But if you get any takeaways from this, it's that rats like driving cars, and I know that's true because I've been to New York.
And they will still probably do a better job than my DoorDash driver does. Yeah. So
they will deliver. They deliver the pizza, but it's in their mouth.
I get it though. Like, I still can't believe, every once in a while I'll get in my car and be like, I can't believe they let me do this.
I like driving too. Like big, I'll tell you, the best stuff is when you're driving on like a road trip type thing. Those are a lot of fun, man. I really like road trips.
I love it. And the chance to drive a new car.
Oh yeah.
I get excited, excited to drive a new car. It's like, I can drive something new. Yeah, it's fucking fun, man. I'm a rat in a cage then. So this story comes from mylondon.net. AI tool that sounds like elderly grandmother created by O2 to waste phone scammers' time. O2 said the tool had been successful in keeping numerous scammers on calls for up to 40 minutes at a time.
Perfect, Tom. If there has been a more perfect use for AI and chatbots, it is this. It is getting Kit Boga out of a job. That's the perfect thing. It's absolutely perfect. I actually feel for Kit Boga because, like, I don't want him to see him get out of a job.
I don't want to see him out. I think he'll be just fine for at least a while. I love that. I am afraid of AI in every way, but this one. This is it. This is the one thing.
Great way.
This is it. Like, I know that it's fucking drones with flamethrowers flying through the sky, piloted by fucking evil computers. I get that that's the world we're going into. I'm fine with it as long as these fucking scammers have their times wasted.
I know.
Like, if I walk out my door and a fucking robot dog shoots me in the face or whatever with its like fucking shoulder mounted machine gun because it fucking recognizes the wrong face, I'm gonna die thinking, well, at least the scammers got their time wasted.
I just hope the AI asks them to put a fish on their head or whatever, like that one scam baiter for a long time. Oh my gosh, where they make the people put the fish on their head and take a photo.
You guys, there is a fucking
mean.
One of my favorite websites. It's old as fuck and it looks old. It's 419eater.com. And it is like people who make it like a hobby to scam bait. And this is old school. And they would get these people to send them pictures of them like getting tattoos of like, I got scammed or shit, like, because they don't speak English very well. So they'd get these like tattoos, they'd hold fish on their heads. They would like send them like carvings of Wallace and Gromit. Like, they made them do crazier and crazier and crazier stuff. It is, first time I saw that, I laughed until I cried and cried and cried.
It's so mean, but it's really
so good.
Funny. But this is I think too, when it comes to like scam baiting, this is the perfect thing for a chatbot to do because the chatbot doesn't really understand what's happening. And there's no danger it's going to do anything. And it's going to constantly be asking you how to do stuff and it won't know. And it's playing a part, right? So it's digging into all the large language models, digging into all this database stuff. And then it's regurgitating it out. It's the perfect use for AI. I hope this takes off and it makes it so it's difficult for these people because, you get one of these calls. I get a couple a week where I'll get somebody to call me to be like, hey, this is the FBI. We have your social security number. You're going to be liable for $20,000. And I'm just like, I'm not going to call you back. What are you kidding me? Like, the FBI doesn't know my name. And they're like, we just called this random number. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, or you'll get, the social security scams. And like, there's all kinds of other different scams out there where people, this is, there was a charge on your account. I'll cut that on occasion where someone will call me and tell me there's a charge on my account. I'll get emails of that type that have a phone number on them. They want to get you on the phone so that they can convince you that they're a real person. But if there's nothing on the end of it but a chatbot that can't do anything, it's the best case scenario.
And what they've got to do is they got to make it so that like doing these scams costs too much money and is not effective.
And
these
if they
things
can do that, they'll unplug the whole. They'll unplug the whole operation.
That's the only way to win. I will say too, like I have read stories and they've really kind of like fucking kind of touched me. Like I've read stories that a lot of the people who are running these scams, especially these text phishing scams, a lot of these people are like human trafficked. They're like stolen. Yeah. Like these are people that have been like literally
I heard
kidnapped.
That before, yeah.
And so like now I used to mess with those people and now I don't mess with them anymore. Cause now I'm like, fuck, like I don't want you to scam somebody else, but like I also don't, like I just feel terrible on every side of the equation.
Yeah.
So like if you can just run all this through AI and it just kills the business model, that's the best way.
I want to mention too this week that we are going to be having a patron AMA. We do these on occasion. So if you aren't a patron, you can go listen to the questions that the patrons asked us and you can participate in the future by becoming a patron. So we, of course, would encourage everybody to become patrons. We know that it's a difficult time, and it's going to be a difficult time for us too moving forward, because very specifically, there are going to be some people who are going to be leaving their news podcasts behind. And so if you are somebody who's been on the edge of your seat, not sure you're going to be a patron, I don't know, and you've been listening to us for a while, we would really appreciate it if you went over to patreon.com/dissonancepod or dissonancepod.com and became a patron on a per episode basis, because very specifically, we're going to be losing some patrons as time goes on, just through attrition and just through people that sometimes don't want to listen to the show anymore because they're trying to get away and trying to save their own sanity, which we understand and we empathize with. But if you are someone who has listened for a long time and you haven't become a patron, now might be a great time to do it. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week. We're going to leave you like we always do with the Skeptic's Creed.
Credulity is not a virtue. It's fortune cookie cutter, mommy issue, hypno-Babylon bullshit. Couched in scientician, double bubble, toil and trouble, pseudo quasi alternative, acupunctuating, pressurized, stereogram, pyramidal, free energy healing, watered downward spiral, brain deadpan sales pitch, late night info docutainment. Leo, Pisces, cancer cures, detox, reflex, foot massage, death in towers, tarot cards, psychic healing, crystal balls, Bigfoot, Yeti, aliens, churches, mosques and synagogues, temples, dragons, giant worms, Atlantis, dolphins, truthers, birthers, witches, wizards.
And I got half a mind to find your old man and kick him in the
nuts
so hard he can never foul the earth with another little shit like you.
Shaman healers, evangelists, conspiracy, doublespeak, stigmata, nonsense. Expose your sides. Thrust your hands, bloody, evidential, conclusive. Doubt even this.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/dissonancepod. Help us spread the word by sharing our content. Find us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Threads, all under the handle @DissonancePod. This show is CAN credentialed, which means you can report instances of harassment, abuse, or other harm on their hotline at 617-249-4255 or on their website at creatoraccountabilitynetwork.org.